everybody, my name is Hope and welcome back to my channel. I like musicals, they're a big part of my life, and today I'm going to be talking about the hardest musical theatre songs to sing. Now, if you're wondering, yes, this video is inspired by Rachel Zegler's Rainbow High, and I just thought, wow, that's really hard. Oh, I'll make a video on it. So honestly, not that much thought went into it, but why not? Why not? I say, that's what I say. Why not? But before we get into this video, remember that you can like, comment, subscribe, do all of that fun stuff, and you can follow me on my social medias, which is Hope Wilson E. That's Hope Wilson with an E on TikTok and on Instagram. And remember to leave your comments down below. What do you think the hardest musical theatre songs to sing are? And see if you agree with me. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, song number 1, I feel like will come as no surprise to really anyone, and that's Gethsemane from Jesus Christ Superstar. Now, a lot of Jesus Christ Superstar. It's just a lot. There's just a lot there. There's a lot going on. The range required to sing that song is insane. And also just emotionally changing, tempo changing. There's a lot to be said. And Cynthia Erivo singing Gethsemane makes it look easy. How does that work? I don't know, but she did it. She managed to do it, and that's what I think. I think Cynthia Erivo is one of the biggest exceptions to this song is hard, because it's not hard for her at all, because she slayed it. But I promise you, it is a very hard song. And I'm realising now I'm not very good at explaining it, but they're just hard. That's what they are. But I'm going to move on. Okay, number 2, again, I feel like it's unsurprising, but people might not know it. Glitter and Be Gay from Candide. It is from Candide, right? I'm being a bad musical theatre fan. It's basically just let's sing really high and be really hyper for 4.5 minutes or something like that. It's crazy long. Kristen Chenoweth doing it though. This is just giving me an excuse to talk about all these people that are just insane singers. But Kristen Chenoweth in that number, jumping up and down on a sofa, twirling long pearls around her neck and whacking out those high notes like she's never thought about it a day in her life. What do you mean? These songs are difficult. That song is high. It's legit. It's a lot, just generally. And she just makes it look so easy, and I am so jealous. And honestly, I think that Kristen Chenoweth is underrated. I think a lot of people think, oh yeah, she's Glinda, she's whatever. I think people kind of think of that about her, but she has so much talent that I can't even begin to talk about. Number 3, I'm Here from The Colour Purple. Not only is this song insanely hard, it's also the most emotional song in musical theatre, I would argue. It takes so much of that song because it's just emotional turmoil, the song. So to not only sing it amazingly well, but to act it amazingly well is a feat. It's a feat. That song, heartbreaking, horribly heartbreaking, phenomenally amazing, but my God, if you weren't crying before, you're crying now. It's so sad. I'm realising now I am going to talk about Cynthia Erivo again. But Cynthia Erivo, man, I've rewatched that video time and time again, and it never gets old. It never gets old because she is phenomenal. And that song, you're just sing out, Cynthia, because you're amazing, and it's amazing, and it's really hard. So props to you. Also remember that all of this is just my humble opinion, because it is, and there's probably going to be a lot of songs that I missed off that are really, really hard. So don't think that just because I didn't mention it, it's not hard, because let me tell you, musical theatre in general is just really hard, and just a lot. So don't start leaving me hate comments. That's all I gotta say. I feel like I could put a lot of Sondheims on this list, not because they're necessarily vocally the hardest thing, but because tempo wise and timing wise, they are extremely difficult. But I think I'd probably have to go with Stay With Me if I had to pick. If we're talking about tempo, there's a good few that could go on this list. Like I said, I think Losing My Mind emotionally is awful to do because it's heartbreaking, and Greenfinch and Linnet Bird is super hard, and there's just a lot. But the reason I say Stay With Me is because, again, not vocally super difficult, but I remember singing this song a good while ago now, because it was when I was doing my diploma in music theatre. Maybe that's a law drop. I don't think I've ever said that on here before, but there you go. I was doing my diploma and I sang this song, and literally across 2 pages it changed timing 4 times. Stephen, Sondheim. And I always used to come in wrong because this was back in the by the way, this was back in the day when like I wasn't like as obsessed with Sondheim as I am now. Like I was there, I was in it, I was in the Sondheim phase, but like I was not as much in it as I am now. Which I don't know if that's a bad thing or not, but I don't think it is because I love Sondheim. But yeah, that song changes tempo like so many times. And like sometimes you're singing in one timing and it's changing underneath you, and then you have to come back in the new timing and you have to count things all the time. And I just remember always came in too early. Every time in the same bit. It was a bit embarrassing. I also think Step to the Palace also comes into this. I think the timing is weird in that one too. But the one reason I picked Stay With Me over Steps as well is because in Steps it's kind of leans into the weird timing, kind of leans into the style of the song, whereas in Stay With Me it doesn't. By listening you wouldn't know it was hard, but when you try and do it, it is a lot harder. So that's why I put it on the list. Another one known for its emotional toll, Rose's Turn from Gypsy. I feel like I've brought this up every single time I've talked about Gypsy, but when I went to go and see Gypsy, which was again a good while ago now, you could hear a pin drop when Mama Rose sang after Rose's Turn. Like literally everyone was stunned into like complete silence. Like I was in awe of this woman because I was literally just like, I remember I said to my mum, I went, I feel like she's gonna have a heart attack. Like I felt like she just poured so much of her emotion out onto the stage. I was like, she's gonna have a heart attack because she's just left it all out there. Like she was amazing, she was so good. The amount of emotion required, and also because it's super like choppy changey and stuff, like my god, exhausting time for whoever's playing Mama Rose, which is why I have like the utmost respect for people who play roles like that, because it's just so hard. It's so hard. Nobody talks about it, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't know how many I've done. Maybe it was 4. Have I done 4? I don't remember. Anyway, this is going to be my last one, and there's definitely so many more I could talk about, like so many. So the last one I'm going to talk about, which I feel like if you know the musical probably won't come as a surprise, and I wanted to come up with something more niche, but honestly I just realised that I couldn't leave this one off the list because it's just so hard, and that is The Ballad of Jane Doe from Ride the Cyclone. I feel like if you don't really know the show, like the vibe is like so weird because every song is like completely different from the other, but The Ballad of Jane Doe just in general is just like, you hear it and it sounds hard because not only does it require like immense control, but it also requires a big range because you have all the like the super high bits which are like, you know, super operatically legit and like have to be like perfectly executed, and then you also need to be able to go through all the scales, but then the and I'm asking why Lord section is like your alto-y belty stuff. So it really varies like range wise, and also that character just in general kind of creeps me out. Like she doesn't have a head, or she does, it's just like on backwards kind of a thing. And you know, while she's singing this song, she is literally floating around like the Michelin Man of Ghostbusters or like Peter Pan. Like she's literally floating around like singing up these high notes as if she's like not bothered at all. Like imagine Glinda singing the end of No One Wants to Wicked, but she didn't have a solid bubble. She wasn't stood holding on to the bubble. No, she was in a harness floating around like that video of Pink. Has anyone seen that video? I love that video when Pink is like front flipping and singing at the same time. It's like that. So people can disagree, but I think it's pretty hard. But that is my list. It was a pretty short list, but honestly there could be many more shows, many more songs that I could have included, but I just wanted to include some, and we can, you know, have discussions down in the comments whether you agree or if you have any other ideas. So with that being said, like this video if you like it, and comment down below if you feel like it. What do you think the hardest musical theatre song to sing is? Because I know I'm waiting to see one defying gravity. Remember, you can follow me on my social medias, which is Hope Wilson E. That's Hope Wilson with an E on Instagram and on TikTok. And you can like it if you like it, subscribe if you feel like it. Keep enjoying musicals as much as me, and I will see you in the next one.